Don't fuck up. Don't fuck yourself. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Rude Cooking School. God, I got fucking... It's been a while. I fucked it all up. Welcome to the Rude Cooking School podcast. I'm your host, the very, very professional John Hauser III. And with me in the city of Baltimore, under the lights of the Christmas village is...
The very festive Evan the Mayor.
Hey. Yo. How's it going, dude? It's been months.
Yeah, well, you went on hiatus, so...
Yeah, it was so good not talking to any... Well, actually, that's not true. I did a bunch of interviews while I was on hiatus, so I never stopped.
It's good to have them in the can.
Yeah, the problem is I've used them all now.
Your can is empty.
I got empty can. I gotta throw some garbage in there. And
John's empty can.
the story of my let's name my autobiography.
I think if you ever opened like a seafood restaurant, and it would just be like your worm can, for like catching fish.
Just empty can.
John's empty can.
There'd be a lot of like, want me to stuff your can? Like there'll be a lot of those.
Yeah, can-based menu.
Yeah.
This one has corn chowder in it.
Yeah. Let me put something in your can. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of that. Yep. Haven't heard that before. Thanks, bud. Yeah. So I think the last time we were doing a food news episode was in September, and
Sure.
Has anything happened since then?
I went to Louisville for a few days. There's nothing much to report other than it's full of bourbon.
And bats. Baseball bats.
Yes, baseball bats. Sorry. Yeah, not the winged kind. Big old college town, but we didn't see a single college person. It was very quiet, actually, I guess, because I don't know. I don't know what was going on. It was the day after Halloween, we flew down there and then spent like 4 or 5 days just drinking.
Huh. And no kids, huh?
No. It was just kind of a not very crowded place.
Well, that's cool. I mean, that's what you kind of want. You don't want like,
Yeah.
Nuts shit going on, because like that stuff just gets a little annoying. When
Yeah.
you're when you're a person of your age.
Yeah. The weird part was that the whole city is on the Ohio River, and if you go over the bridge, you're in Cincinnati. No, you're not in Cincinnati. Maybe you are. I forget. It's not Cincinnati, but it is Ohio, or is it something like that? You're just in a different state. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I was in Indiana in October, and
Maybe
it was the same thing. There's a river, and then if you want on the other side of the river, you were in Kentucky.
Yeah,
and then
that's
another
it.
spot, if you went over the river, you were in like another state. And I was like,
Yeah.
fucking no, this is weird.
And I asked all the locals. I was like, "Well, if you cross the bridge, does the sky change color?" And they're like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, completely different state. Yeah, I was in North Carolina last week for Thanksgiving because it was my in-laws' turn. More on that in a bit. And I went to a place called Harvey's and had breakfast, and it was some of the greatest breakfast I've ever had. If you are ever in Greenville, North Carolina, check that place out because their biscuits were some of the best I've ever had. And they weren't even like the giant, like fluffy, light as air biscuits. They were a little denser and a little thinner, but they were perfect for sandwiches.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Just delicious and awesome. And the sausage was great. Jenny, I was talking to her before I went 2 weeks ago, and she was saying there was a sausage I needed to get while I was down there. And I think that's what they used, but I'm not sure. I was in my in-laws' house basically the whole time, being held captive, and I never got a chance to buy that stuff. So I'm gonna, when they come up for Christmas, I'm gonna ask them to grab this specific kind of sausage. But yeah, the sausage was really good. It was really different tasting. The eggs were cooked awesome. It was just good. Harvey's, check it out.
Harvey's,
the breakfast place,
right next to the John's empty can.
Yeah, but it was crazy because it only sat like 25. It had a counter. it hasn't changed since 1975, basically.
Why
Like
change perfection, John?
no, exactly. Like it was just fucking old school as shit. It was great. I loved it. I even drank a fucking Pepsi. It was great.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Crazy man over here.
Yeah. I was a little hungover. I needed some
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 sugar.
caffeine, some sugar. So that was the highlight of my Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving?
I was fine.
Yeah.
We had some unexpected family members show up that we hadn't seen them since the wedding, and it was nice to talk to them. I didn't make jack shit other than my usual deviled eggs.
Okay.
Did it a little different this time in that I added a little Leon Perrins and Old Bay to the egg, and then very daintily placed just a little piece, a little triplicate of green onion on each one, and
Okay.
a bacon sprig.
Nice.
Yeah.
I normally when I'm at my in-laws' house, I normally just make the gravy. I don't know how I think it's like one of those things where like, can you pitch in and do this? And then you do it and they're like, this is the greatest thing ever. This is all you're going to make from now on. And in other years I've made a lot of stuff, but I was anticipating it. This year, my mother-in-law was kind of just like, yeah, I'm doing everything. Don't worry about it. And then like an hour in, she's like, I'm not doing anything. And we're like,
Oh,
okay.
let's get Boston Market.
Yeah. Well, my brother-in-law's a chef, and so he was on turkey duty, and he kind of forgot about that. And it was so like at one point I'm like, am I doing the Brussels sprouts? And like, oh yeah, I was gonna make a sauce, but I forgot this and that, and we're like, dude, we asked you the day before. Do you got a list? Do you have everything? We can go to the fucking Food Lion, Grub Kitty, and get everything that you're missing. No, I got everything, and then like 75% of everything was missing. I was like, God damn it! But food got made, food got eaten. Sure. Needless to say, I'm making Thanksgiving dinner this weekend.
We had a Thanksgiving and then we did a Friendsgiving.
We did one. We did Friendsgiving first too. Yeah.
Slightly impromptu. The following, so Thanksgiving Thursday, and then that weekend we went to Friendsgiving, and I just made I had a bag of potatoes, and I was like, all right, I'll make some mashed potatoes. And the one friend he's pretty much a chef. He was a trained pastry chef. He's a mailman now, but I brought the bowl of potatoes, and I was like, don't you dare zhuzh these up. Motherfucker put them immediately into a cast iron pan and started to crisp them and whatnot. And I was like, you bastard, you're zhuzhing.
Crisping up mashed potatoes?
Yeah, on the bottom. And then flipping over the whole thing. They tasted fine.
I'm sure, but you know what? Don't fuck with mashed potatoes. Because then you're just making a souffle.
No zhuzhing zone.
Yeah, no zhuzhing. God damn it. Our Friendsgiving was fun. We had some friends move back. They went on walkabout basically right before COVID with their kids and just put themselves in a big RV thing. And what are the really nice RV things that you pull? They look like bullets, made out of metal.
Oh, like a streamliner?
Yeah, they got a streamliner, and then just one across the country going to all the state parks. And then 2 months into COVID, they were like, we all hate each other. We need to get a house. So they just decided to buy a fucking house in New Mexico. So
oh my
they
God.
were living in Albuquerque for 2 years, and then they decided to move back because they were like, Albuquerque's the worst place we've ever been in our whole entire lives, and they're the dumbest people we've ever met. And I'm like, can't be that bad. They're like, they're pretty much last in every educational, our kids were literally just being taught by idiots. We're like, okay. So they didn't have a lot of good things to say about that place. So
what's
they're
funny
back.
about COVID is any kid could have gone to any school anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you're right. Uh, but they hosted us for it, and uh, my friend, she wanted to make the mains.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, all right. So my addition to that was, I was like, I can make rolls, and she was like, perfect. So I made some really awesome. I like softball sized dinner rolls.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh
I like
yeah.
the big fluffy guys.
Sure.
And the ones that I made were actually a little bit more dense than I'm normally used to, but the flavor was really good. And I just love a fucking really good big hard roll.
With a whole lot of butter in the middle.
Yeah, put it in my empty can. I'm good to go.
That's right.
But yeah, and that was great. Like, you know, there was like a bunch of crazy shit. There was like two kinds of cranberry sauce, maybe the canned and
Okay.
the regular. I saw a lot of I saw a lot of canned apologists. Like people are like, this is the only real cranberry sauce. It's like, we get it. You grow up, well, you know, we all grew up with canned cranberry sauce, and it tastes delicious. But like, really, really.
I mean, I wouldn't call that an apologist. That's an evangelist.
Well, and yes, or just being like, I don't want your bougie ass shit, and it's like, you know, you just take fucking cranberries and
Boil
put them
them.
in a pot with sugar and fucking that's it. Like,
Put them in an empty can.
yeah, I did that one year where I made it and threw extra gelatin in there and then put it in a can mold and then unmolded it. And then everybody's like, "Wow, this is the greatest tasting canned cranberry sauce I've ever had." And I'm like, "Yeah, motherfuckers, because it's homemade, dickheads."
Artisanal canned.
Yeah.
I made the can too.
I think also the people I was yelling at were my parents. So
Right.
because they were like, "This isn't the canned stuff," you know. I was like, "I can't eat this. It's too fancy." I hate it. It drives me crazy when people equate food with fancy when it's dumb shit. Like when people are like, wine and cheese, it's so fucking fancy. It's like, it's rotten grapes and rotten milk. What are you talking about? It's not fancy. Fuck. Like I get some things are delicate and fancy, but cheese isn't one of them. Cheese is delicious. You put it on everything, you monster. So my rant is over there.
Excellent rant.
Yeah, I could have went on. But yeah, the Thanksgiving Friendsgiving thing. The Friendsgiving was fun. The Thanksgiving was fine. Again, I'll be making Thanksgiving this weekend. I found a very nice deal at a. Have you ever been to a Green Valley market?
No.
There's a Green Valley market by my work, and they were selling turkeys for 79 cents a pound, which was fucking awesome. Hey, kitty, there's your turkey. But I got a fucking 14-pound turkey for $12. Great.
Wow.
Yeah,
In this economy?
dude, you're telling me. All you had to do, I think the trick was you had to buy $25 worth of stuff first, and then you add the turkey on at the end, and then that's what triggers the 7. I'm like,
It's fine.
yeah, I just buy all the fucking ingredients for the Thanksgiving. I'm good to go. So, win. Let's see. Has there been anything you've been eating lately, or you've been making, or been
No.
super into? No, not at all.
Mostly delivery food, and then hacking the delivery food to make different meals out of the delivery food.
Are you saying like takeout food or meal box is like normal?
Oh no, not the boxes. Yeah, no, just like restaurant food delivered to the door.
Food. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you not doing the meal boxes?
No, every time I go on one of those websites and I look at their offerings, it is the same shit. It's the same damn thing. And, you know, you get tired of it, the repetition. I will say, we did go to a somewhat new ramen stall in the cross street market called Dashi.
Okay.
And it's pretty good.
Okay.
Decent ramen.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I love ramen.
Well, if you do, let me know because I would like to go.
Okay. Yeah, done.
I would say it's, even though it's coming out of a booth, you know, it's still, I think I like it better than a ramen utsuki.
I'm
which
not.
is
Yeah.
so it's in the Inner Harbor across from the visitor center. It's like it's
Oh
the
no, I think.
closest official restaurant, a ramen restaurant to me. Um,
Gotcha.
and their selection's great. Like their menu is really, really good. It's just that I don't know. I don't.
I think we ordered from them before. We're not very impressed with the broth.
Well, I was gonna say the broth is nothing but the pork. You know, the thick, cloudy
Right.
pork broth,
Hmm.
and you can get like clear miso broth at this place. So if you want something a little lighter, you have
Oh, okay.
options.
Cool.
Uh, but yeah, it's good.
Nice. Yeah. I've not. I mean, I've been. It's so weird. Like, I haven't really cooked for like a month,
Right.
and I mean,
Same.
I know why.
Oh,
But
I ask me what I had for dinner today.
oh, what you have for dinner today?
I took it was a Caesar salad kit and I added dino nuggets to it.
Nice, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. Dino
Um,
nugget Caesar salad.
that sounds delicious. I actually went on a Caesar salad kick a couple weeks ago.
I've been on
Like,
a burrito kick lately.
burritos are good. Now I'm starting to get hungry. I made pozole the other night, and that's probably what we're gonna have tonight too. Um, just because somebody in the I think Soren in the group made it and was talking about it in the Facebook group, and I was like, damn, that actually sounds really good. And I had made it like a couple months ago, but it got eaten up so quickly because I didn't make a giant batch. So this time I made a giant batch, and god damn, it's good. And it's so weird because it's just a chili sauce with pork and hominy, and then you just throw a ton of lettuce and onions and radishes and sour cream and mix it all together, and it looks like fucking vomit, but it's delicious. Um, yeah, fucking pozole, man, so good, so easy, especially if you have like a pressure cooker. Like
Uh-huh.
it really takes care of all the just the time of like, okay, we're gonna braise the pork. It's like, okay.
I did buy and assemble a brand new pantry to hold all of
Oh,
our spices and like various canned sundries. It took me 7.5 hours to put that some bitch together.
holy shit!
Yeah.
What
By myself too. So it was like, you
was
know,
it huge?
it's big. Yeah, it's
Oh,
at least
okay.
6 feet tall. It weighs a lot, and like you're trying to balance this thing while you're installing the
Yeah,
front
yeah,
door
yeah.
on it, and you're like holding the door up in the air while you're screwing it in.
Was it like an IKEA thing?
Wayfair.
Oh, okay, gotcha. How do you organize your spices?
Um,
You just put them in there.
like most commonly used, and then kind of like genre based.
Okay.
Uh,
So
so
there is a method.
there is a method, yeah.
Okay. Mine is
I
the
really
same
I
way.
really should just put them in alphabetical order, but like
Yeah. It drives Leanna fucking bananas because I just kind of remember where things are in there,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
she doesn't use it enough. So when she opens it up, all I hear is just cussing.
So
She's like, "God damn, what the fuck? God, son of a bit."
so
Like,
it has two doors that open up, and both doors have shelves on them, little shelves.
mm,
So one of the shelves I've got cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, like baking
sure,
spices, and then one I've got sesame seeds, togarashi, Asian stuff,
gotcha.
and then one I've got coriander, like Indian slash Mexican stuff because it kind of there's a little crossover.
Sure.
And then I've got my chef containers of onion powder, garlic powder,
Hmm.
on and on and on, oregano, basil, blah blah blah.
Yeah. I ours ours are just like in these little wooden containers that are in on shelves. So you got to open a drawer, and then there's a shelves, and you got to pull these things. It's very inefficient,
Yeah,
but I don't know where else to put that shit and how to organize it. And I've honestly never seen anybody's house where I'm like, I gotta ape that because that's a really brilliant way to store your spices because everybody just kind of throws them all together anyway.
yeah,
Like,
spice drawer.
yeah, it's like there's got to be a better way. And I get it. There's probably like, some rich ass thing that you can buy.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
The problem is like any rich ass thing that you can buy comes with all of the containers with lids, and you just have to take the thing that
yeah,
you bought and pour
put it in another.
spices into it
Yeah,
And then
that's
you've
horse
got
shit.
duplicate spice containers like rolling around. Nah.
Yeah, I'm good. The
Oh,
ooh,
John's
excuse
tie.
me. Yeah, my sleeping pattern's been fucked up for the last 2 weeks. I don't.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving did me in, man. Like I was going to bed at like. I think on Thanksgiving I didn't go to bed until like 12 or 12:30, which is actually pretty early for me. But then I woke up at 2 o'clock and then didn't get back to sleep. Like I've been having that kind of shit happening.
Uh-huh.
So then it all kind of rolls over to like all this week at like 10 o'clock. I'm like, I'm going to bed. And then I
Yeah.
wake up at 4 and I'm like, all right, I'm awake. Everybody, what's up?
When I have my office day, that's like the one day I have to get up super freaking early.
Mm.
So we're trying to keep the cats out of the bedroom, because they jump all over the place. They scream, they lick your face, blah blah blah. Close the door, and the one cat just sits outside of the door, just crying all night long.
Oh my God.
Yeah, fucking awful.
Yeah, I remember having cats and then they would be at the end of the bed and you're like, that's where you belong. And then you'd fall asleep and then you wake up and there's a cat sleeping on your forehead and you're like, God damn it. I can't breathe.
Yeah,
It's just like, fuck you want from me. This is comfortable.
my one cat actually like licks my head, like full on licks my head. It makes this disgusting like licking sound while he's doing it. It's like
Gross.
yeah,
Oh, that's terrifying.
it is awful.
Yeah. No good. Okay, let's get into some food news.
Food news! Yeah!
God, I was that'll wake you up. All right, first story, first episode. So this was wild to me because I didn't actually know this. So you're familiar with Lunchables, clearly, right?
Oh yeah, the Lunchley story.
The what?
The Lunchley story.
Is that a thing? What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, this is like Mr. Beast and some of these other influencers made their own version of Lunchables and they're fucking trash.
Oh yeah, no, but this is Lunchables.
Okay.
So, did you know that Lunchables were on the menus of a lot of public schools in America?
That does not surprise me.
I mean, it's a. I mean, I guess I'm just dumb because I was just like, "What the fuck?" But they're not on the menu anymore.
Oh.
On Tuesday, Kraft Heinz shared that it pulled its Lunchable products from a program providing free and reduced meals to low-income school children across the U.S. The move comes several months after Consumer Reports sounded the alarm about the prepackaged meals, which typically contain deli meats, cheeses, and crackers. In April, Food and
And
Wine
Capri
reported,
Sun.
yeah, and some weird nebulous drink, and yeah, most of the time it's Capri Sun. On the advocacy group's petition to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, asking to pull the product from the National School Lunch Program due to the product's relatively high levels of lead, cadmium, and sodium.
Relatively.
Yeah, like that's just fucking crazy. And I think it might have been a couple years ago. Somebody we had a bunch of kids over here, and somebody left their Lunchables here unopened. And I was like, fuck it, let's try this out. And opened it up and tried to eat it. And I was like, this tastes like shit.
It's wretched.
It really was. Like, nothing tasted the way it should have. Like,
Yeah.
even the crackers didn't taste right. Like, so fucking weird. Quote, Lunchables are not a healthy option for kids and shouldn't be allowed on the menu as part of the National School Lunch Program, end quote. Brian Ronholm, Director of Food Policy at Consumer Reports, said in a statement at the time, quote, the Lunchables and similar lunch kits we tested contained concerning levels of sodium and harmful chemicals that can lead to serious health problems over time. The USDA should remove Lunchables from the National School Lunch Program and ensure that kids in school have healthier options, end quote. So now, they're happy with the removal. And they're saying, we're glad that Kraft Heinz pulled it. The USDA should maintain stricter eligibility standards for school lunch programs so that millions of kids, yeah, that's going to go out the way in a couple months.
No. You know who's going to fix all of this?
Yeah, I know. Fucking.
RFK Jr., baby!
What is going on with that guy's skin?
He's made of leather.
He hit the color of his skin. He looks like human beef jerky.
It's all that raw milk.
Oh, God. There was a great story about that that I should have put out. That
Is it the West Virginia story?
where they all got sick.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah.
They passed a law for people who don't know. They passed a law saying that you can drink it. It's legal to drink it, still not to sell it. But they all celebrated with a toast of a glass of raw milk, and all of them immediately got put in the hospital. One guy was like, "No, there's been a bug going around. I don't think it was the milk." Like, no, you were shitting your pants in front of your friends, and you all had to go to the hospital. You fucking idiot. God damn it. But yeah, I mean, oof. According to a Washington Post investigation, Kraft Heinz had changed its ingredients slightly for the Lunchables to ensure they would meet school nutrition standards.
Minimum standard.
Yeah, very minimum. By increasing their protein and dietary fiber. However, as the investigation noted, the sodium levels in the product were 25% higher than the same version sold in stores. Oh my God.
It's probably because it needs to be like shelf stable or something.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
probably.
know.
But dude, that would probably be like eating. That'd be like.
Why would it need more salt than the stuff in the store?
It would taste like putting your tongue on a fucking
Salt
9-volt battery. That amount of fucking salt, because those things are salty as shit to begin with.
Yeah, super.
Yikes. So, but Kraft Heinz was like, whatever. According to a statement by the company, the school initiative accounted for far less than 1% of all over Lunchable sales. So it's a negligible impact to our business.
We were doing them a favor.
Yeah. Way to fucking be a dick. God damn it.
Gaslighting the school system.
They're like, fine. We didn't need you anyway, you pricks. Take our salt and cadmium somewhere else.
Send it to China.
All right, so you're a coffee drinker, right?
Sure.
Do you use creamer?
Only when I'm like at a diner. If I'm making it at home, I just drink it black. But if I'm having it at a diner, restaurant, wherever, if I'm dining out, I will add creamer.
Okay. Do you use when you're at work? Do you use like flavored creamers, like
International Delights?
Exactly. That's where I'm going with this story.
No, and not because it's mostly corn oil. I tend to not like the flavors at all. Because
they
it's
smell
always
better than they taste.
Yeah, it's usually like sickly sweet. And then some nut will bring like the hazelnut in there, and I fucking hate that flavor. And usually it's the diet, so it's made with like sweetener. It's just an abomination of chemistry in a bottle.
Well, you're gonna love this video that I'm sharing with you.
Oh,
right
okay,
now.
a video. Wow.
Yeah.
A TikTok, no less. From delish.com.
That's not the right one.
Oh no.
Bastards.
I asked my high school crush to be my new girlfriend, and this happened.
Yeah. Oh God, what happened? What happened?
Oh, so this is about International Delight.
Yeah. So watch. See, watch. She's talking about her thing. There's no sound. There's no sound. You'll get the idea when she does this next thing with it.
I don't think I'm seeing what you're supposed to be showing me. I still see I asked my crush to be my new girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. Here we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I can't hear it.
You're not going to hear it. It's fine.
Okay. I'm seeing an International Delight pumpkin spice. There's a date on it.
March of 2024.
Okay.
So watch when she pours this out.
She's wearing.
Well.
Oh, it's so thick.
Watch what she does with it. She's pouring it out. It is literally like slime.
Yeah.
And she's just like, what's
nice and gooey.
So yeah,
It
she
probably
makes.
because of the whatever the first ingredient is like vegetable oil, and it probably polymerized with some of the other ingredients in there to make a
Uh
goo.
Yeah, it is real fuck gross. I'll show you another one because this lady really fucking gets into it, and
It,
it's terrifying.
but is there an
Um,
article that gives the science behind this?
well, that's there's a lot of people like, what the fuck is happening right now? I'm gonna share this other one with you because this one's just delightful.
Hmm.
She really fucking gets into it.
You have to make
So it's a
sure you
lady.
have you posted these videos to your Facebook?
No, I haven't. I will though.
You got to.
I will. So watch this. Look, she just grabs it, and pulls it.
Wow, it's like Play-Doh or silly
Yeah.
putty.
It's like slime.
Yeah, that's silly putty all the way. Yeah. Something tells me these international delights getting tampered with.
Yeah. So this has like uh this March of 2025 is the expiration date.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh God.
That's so fun.
Oh, it came right off her hand.
Yeah, it did not stick to her hand.
Oh God.
It's like Nickelodeon gack.
It looks like Spider-Man's webs via
Yeah, a little
fucking
bit.
Todd McFarlane.
I'm willing to bet that whatever is in there like interacted with the plastic bottle and just made some sort of chemistry experiment.
So I'm gonna share these. I'll share these to the Facebook group so everybody who's listening can go to the Facebook group and watch them. So some of these like that we just watched have been viewed like 6 million times,
Sure.
and people are commenting like, "Yeah, mine too," and like, so then everybody's going off like, I was pouring it out and then I let go and then it sucked back. It sucked back in.
Nickelodeon gack.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird. So then, of course, the internet sleuths are like, what the fuck is happening down here? So people are thinking it's like, improperly stored or some sort of weird temperature and like, fluctuation. And then the creamer and the milk, which,
There's no milk in that
there's
shit.
no milk in it. Yeah, exactly. So it's just, internet people trying to just come up with, their interesting reasons and shit.
I would literally start like a little TikTok Kickstarter and be like, I'm gonna send a sample of this to have it analyzed. Like, what is this?
So a representative from International Delight has
Oh
shared
boy.
with the people that they're aware of the quality issue. Additionally, the rep confirmed that the texture of the coffee creamer is not a safety issue. I would completely disagree. Quote,
Fine, you drink it.
yeah, exactly. And then you're going to the hospital like those people from fucking West Virginia.
Put that in your raw milk.
Yeah. Quote, International Delight has seen the consumer video related to a texture issue with our creamer.
Texture issue.
As with any negative consumer experience, we take this to heart, and our team is working quickly to better understand what caused this. While we know this is disappointing to our creamer fans, oh, gross. Creamer fans. Great.
Creamer fans.
Oh, God. We are confident that this is not a food safety issue. We take every person's experience seriously. For those that experience an issue, they give the number. And then
We would like to send you a coupon for a case of International Delight.
Yeah, exactly. They're paying people off with cases of fucking
Goo.
corn oil.
Give me that goo.
That, the ladies at my work go through this shit. Like, they might as well just be drinking the just cups of that stuff.
Well, yeah, they're drinking what amounts to plastic out of a plastic bottle.
Yeah.
You know who's really ruining the environment, John? Women.
Big International Delight.
Fast fashion, International Delights in that order.
And Lunchables.
And Lunchables. Women.
I actually saw a thing that they were talking about, like, plastic pollution and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the delivery meal kits, they're a really big part of it.
Oh, yeah, that's another reason I really don't enjoy them, because you wind up having more plastic bags than, if you went to the grocery store.
And in the UK, it's become a big thing for fruit and vegetables to not be just out, So they're wrapping like 4 tomatoes together in plastic,
Ugh.
like on a styrofoam tray and shit. Like,
Yeah, it's bad.
so it's easier for people to grab. And I'm like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is happening?
Yeah,
So weird.
most of the time now when I get like a single tomato, I don't bother putting it in a plastic bag. Like I put it in my tote.
Oh yeah, I don't put anything in plastic bags. Like,
Um,
just it's not worth it.
the
I mean,
other
unless it's like green beans.
sure, but yeah, I just take a fistful of green beans, put them on my tote.
Put them in the cart, it all falls on the ground.
But the other thing about those home box deliveries kits, they also always come with like 3 or 4 of those gel packs for the freezer.
Oh right,
And
those things.
if you're gonna break them down, you have to slit it open. Most of them now you can pour that stuff down the drain. But then you've got 4 plastic bags.
What is that stuff?
It's polyethylene glycol, I think, and it's safe. It's fairly innocuous.
Yeah.
But the one when we were doing Hungry Root, they use like a nitrogen based one, so you can actually use it as plant fertilizer, which I thought was cool.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Plastic, not good, guys.
very bad.
I mean, we're made out of plastic. Everything's made out of plastic.
That's right.
Speaking of the UK, I got this story for you because I know you like a caper story.
Okay.
Scammers stole more than 20 tons of cheddar worth nearly $400,000 from a famed shop in London. 20 tons of fucking cheddar.
And the cops that they had finding these guys, the cheese chasers.
Weirdly enough, a bunch of fucking anthropomorphic mice.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're talking
They'll
about.
put their nose to the grindstone and figure out who did this.
Neil's Yard Dairy, an artisan cheese purveyor in the UK, shared that it was victim of a massive cheese theft. Just funny to say. That saw more than 22 tons of cheddar stolen out from under them. Quote,
From under them?
from under them. Yeah, from under. Nice. Good pull. We have some difficult news to share.
Ugh.
Neil's Yard Dairy has been the victim of theft, resulting in the loss of over 22 tons of cloth-bound cheddar. The shop shared on its Instagram page. As it further explained, the theft was carried out by a fraudulent buyer who posed as, quote, a legitimate wholesale distributor for a major French retailer.
Yeah, haha, I'm a very
Hello.
important French man. Cheese broke out.
Yeah, check out my mustache as I twirl. Yeah, that's fucking great. He's like, look at my black and white striped shirt. Totally French. Uh-huh.
Huh?
The shop delivered more than 950 wheels of Hoffed, Westcombe, and Pitchfork cheddar before, which by the way, I don't think I've heard of any of those types of cheddar, and I bet they're delicious. Before they discovered it was all a ruse. However, it was added that, quote, despite the significant financial blow, we have honored our commitment to our small-scale suppliers and paid all 3 artisan cheesemakers in full. That's very nice of them.
Wow.
Yeah, so this stuff is pretty expensive.
So they're on the hook for $400,000 to a bunch of people that made the cheese. These people sound dumb.
Well, they paid the cheesemakers. So now it's
And then they didn't get paid by the fake French wholesaler?
No, he'd fucking bounce. He stole the cheese.
Bunch of dum-dums.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Payment on delivery, mang.
he was wearing a beret.
Right,
Okay?
that's true.
He was smoking
Sir,
a cigarette.
I didn't know what to do. He was wearing a beret.
Yeah, he was talking about fucking existentialism and
He was
liberty.
quoting Sartre to me.
Yes. He was talking about freedom and individual liberties and Edith Piaf. It was fucking crazy. You know? He had all the goods until he left with all the goods. The artisan cheese world is a place, so quote, the artisan cheese world is a place where trust is deeply embedded in all transactions.
If you can't trust a cheesemonger, who are you going to trust?
Said Patrick Holden, who owns the farm where the Hafod, that's a really hard word to say, Hafod, Hafod, Hafod. You want to put an R in there, like Harford, Hafod, where the Heffed cheese is produced. He said, quote, "It's a world where one's word is one's bond."
Yep, sure.
Word is bond. I'm sure that cheesemaker always walks around going, "Word is bond."
In the dangerous and sexy world of cheese.
Quote, "It might have caused the company a setback, but the degree of trust that exists within our small industry as a whole is due in no part to the ethos of Neil's Yard's Dairy Foundries." So, yeah, they talk to these guys and they're like, "Yeah, it sucks." So even Jamie Oliver's gotten in on this.
Okay.
So he wrote, and God damn it, he really sticks at the landing at the end of this. He wrote, quote, "As the world's most consumed cheese type, cheddar theft affects Neil Yard's dairy exports to 20 countries. Cheese enthusiasts are advised to be wary of suspiciously large quantities of premium cheddar on the black market."
If some guy comes knocking at your door with the world's best cheese,
Get ready. Remember, if the deal seems too Gouda to be true, it probably is.
report them to the cheese authorities immediately.
Thanks, fucking Jamie Oliver. You fuck at the end, too Gouda to be true. It's cheddar, you shitbag. But
still a cheese pun. Come on.
Just imagine some guy like in a corner with a like
oversized trench coat.
Yeah,
He opens it up. It's a bunch of cheese wheels.
"I got raclette too if you need it." It's all,
Ooh,
hot.
Speaking of which, Christmas Village gonna get a raclette.
Do they have that at Christmas Village?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, I've never been.
And we're going on the 15th. You should meet us up with us. We've got all of our hot cocoa mugs from the last time, and it's like dollar refills on the hot cocoa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a Sunday. Okay.
It's also the same day as the Ravens Giants game, which is going to be difficult for me.
Why is that going to be difficult for you?
My wife is a Giants fan.
Oh, okay. Well, she's going to be upset.
And it's a home game.
She's going to be upset because they're going to fucking destroy those dudes.
Well, more like drunk.
Oh, gotcha.
And then we're going to the Christmas Village where there's like wassail and shit.
Okay. You're going to go wassailing, huh? That's it. That's it for food news this week.
This is a good little roundup.
Yeah. I didn't want to go into a bunch of bullshit and come back. Like, weirdly enough, all of my sources of food news are all slowly, and I've said this before, I think, they're all slowly turning into paid advertisements by giant restaurants.
Yeah, Yum Brands and stuff.
Or shitty, like, food personalities. Like, what is the fucking, what's her name? Whatever. Like, what's her favorite recipe? And it's like, okay, Mountain Lady, sure. Like that kind of shit. It's like, I don't give a fuck what her greatest green bean thing. It's not news. So, yeah, there you go. So
we did it.
Yeah, we did the thing. We'll get back to it. We'll be a little bit more professional. I'll be a little bit more professional this time. I feel like I can't even talk right now. Jesus Christ. So nervous.
Somebody needs to go bed.
I do. I need to go eat some fucking pozole and go to bed. So with that, I will say goodbye, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Rude Cooking School podcast. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate you sharing. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on Blue Sky as @Rude and @Rude Cooking School. Look me up. I've been gaining lots and lots of people, so that's really cool. As well as Evan is on Blue Sky as well. And what is your
City That Breeds? Yeah, I just joined. I don't remember how many days ago, but I deleted 5 years worth of tweets and changed my profile photo on X, formerly known as Twitter, to a McRib, and my bio just says goodbye. And so now I'm on Blue Sky doing the same shit that I used to do on Twitter.
Yeah. It's a nice place, and you can really block a lot of people at once, and it's fucking awesome.
One of the founders, one of the showrunners, whatever you want to call it, basically said like, yeah, this platform is built to be your experience.
Yeah, it's really nice because it's very customizable, and you can like my whole feed is food, art history, and music, and it's fucking awesome.
It's funny when I first got on there and they didn't, the algorithm hadn't learned anything. It was just like birds, Squirrels, sunsets, sunrises, oceans,
Yeah.
furry porn. It's just like,
Dude, when I fucking joined, I was in the first 100 or 200,000. It was nothing but furry porn. And I was like, I don't know if I could deal with this, but I didn't know how to like, just be like, okay, don't want to see that. I want to see this, and you can start just kind of picking your shit. But yeah, I was like very, very like, oh my God, it's all furries over here.
I mean, I jumped when I saw that
Which is fine. I got no problem with furries. I just don't want to see fucking dudes with dragon dildos in their ass.
Sure. Yeah, when a bunch of like Orioles people started like getting on Blue Sky, I was like, I might as well do this. So I followed shitloads of Oriole fans, people, and now it's like so much baseball in my feed to the point that I'm seeing like other people's baseball card collections, and I'm like, I don't need all this. Like, I'm not a huge sports fan. I kind of like.
But meanwhile, you're like, kind of want to get some baseball cards now.
That's fine. Yeah, well, I have some if you want them. But like, I want to see like Simpsons memes. I want to see Baltimore stuff, and I want to see like old school video games. I don't know what I want.
Oh, I'll share. There's a guy that I follow who's like, he just shares old school computer video games.
Cool.
And he just like once a day highlights an old school like floppy disk ass video game. It's
really like cool. 30% of the YouTube content that I consume.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah, so yeah, follow me over there. We have a Facebook page, which is the only fun place in all of Facebook. Come join, and we share recipes, we ask questions, we post stupid memes, I post a lot of dumb shit. It's really fun. Evan has a podcast. Tell him about it, Evan.
It's called the City That Breeds Podcast, aka the CTB Show. It is three white guys talking about living in Baltimore and also pop culture. One item of note from this most recent episode is a movie script that I generated using ChatGPT that features McRibs and the Christmas spirit. I think we're going to do a live read of it, the script, next Sunday. We will most likely be eating McRibs while doing it. It's going to be fun.
Do you like a McRib?
I've never had a McRib.
Wait a minute, what?
No.
Wait, what?
No.
No, hold on. That's not possible.
I've never had a McRib, and I've never had a Big Mac.
How have you never had a McRib? That seems like prime taste test shit for your show. You guys eat so much garbage. You ate those fucking Whoppers.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that. I can't believe we didn't talk.
Fucking disgusting.
Oh, no. One of them was pretty good. The rest of them, not so much.
Which was the good one?
The good one was the fried
one?
Pickle ranch bacon one.
Oh, that sounds like an abomination.
No, it's good. The street corn one just tastes like a walking taco, literally.
Okay.
And then the maple bacon one was too sweet. It's just too sweet.
Okay. So they do a lot of taste tests over there, which is I always have a good time when I guest on the show, because we eat a bunch of fucking weird shit and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, check his podcast out. It's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, next time you come by, we'll do every corn nut flavor.
Oh God. Okay.
I think there's only like 4.
I think there's like 4 or 5. Okay, yeah. I had corn nuts on the trip down to North Carolina.
I love corn nuts so much.
Yeah, me too. I'm a big fan. And with that, thank you everybody for listening to the Rude Cooking School podcast. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next week. My name is John Hauser III. Don't yuck my yum.
And don't eat no street cheese.
Yeah, don't eat that street cheese. Or you know what? Fuck them. Eat that street cheese. It's probably good. You know?
No, return it to its rightful owner.
Just rolling it down the street like a hooping stick.
Yeah.
Hey, sir, here's your cheese.
I think we found your cheese, mister.
Fucking driving a car. Its wheels are cheese.
Cheesemobile.
All right, everybody. See you next week.
Goodbye.